As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the weekend?
Drake Stoops, first catches in the NFL tonight. Really cool for him. Glad to see him get some action, get out there on the field, make a couple of nice grabs. Little 2 minute drill, caught the motion and took it out to the flat, turned it upfield, nice 8 or 9 yard gain. Then ran a little option route, turned it up the field, nice little gainer there. It's cool to see him out there making plays.
Three receptions for Drake for 27 yards. For those of you that are talented at math, that's 9 yards per catch.
Bam.
I am, I'm not sure if he's going to make their 53 or not, but I will be very, very surprised if he's not in that organization. I'm just not, I'm not betting against that guy at the very least being on that practice squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just a
no, I
football guy,
agree.
man. Just a guy you want on your football team.
And they NFL is very good at building a roster with guys that are good at different things, and then obviously offenses and play callers are really good at building around what those guys do. And the plays that I saw, I didn't watch the whole game. I just I saw someone mention it, went back and watched some of those highlights. It's the stuff that he's best at is what he was doing for the Rams, and there's a need for that in the NFL. Can it be difficult to get on a 53? Absolutely, but he'll continue to develop, and if you can get a spot on the practice squad, you never know what could happen.
Stetson Bennett threw 4 picks in that game, by the way.
Ouch.
Not what you're looking for. Not what
Mm-mm.
you're looking for. You know who else looked good? And it was a guy that you and I both really, really liked, even though he wore burnt orange during his career. Healthy Jordan Whittington is a hell of a football player.
He is. He's a
When
really good athlete too.
when he is right physically, and that he's piled up some injuries by this point in his career already. But when that dude is right, that's a good wide receiver, man.
Yeah. He's kind of been in a weird spot. Like you got Xavier Worthy, who's got the great speed, and last year was what AD Mitchell with the size and the stuff that he could do. You kind of like you always naturally feel like, well, the next guy is the guy that's not like some explosive athlete, and I feel like he's really good athletically. So no, he's a good player.
They played the Cowboys. Hey, Jerry Jones, find some urgency. Pay that man CD Lamb. Stop saying silly things to the public, Jerry. What are you doing?
I
He
get
took
it.
that
Like,
situation and dumped gasoline on it.
I mean, like, what are you gonna? What do you like? Honestly, though, you can't not go into the season. Like, CD Lamb has to be on your roster.
Yes.
They're gonna just maybe they already are just fine him until it's so painful he has to show up. Is that what's going to happen? It's
I
not a very good way to do business.
just pay him. He's arguably the best wide receiver in the league. Just pay him. He's been very reliable.
Do you think he should be holding out?
Yes.
Yes.
Get your money. Do you disagree?
Well, I don't know.
I wonder if I wonder if now CD had an incredible season last year, and you want to get that security for the future, only having the 1 year left on your deal. And they had a it's not a similar situation, but they had the Zach Martin situation last year, and the deal got done before the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if he looks at all that, and then you've got the Justin Jefferson deal, all these wide receivers getting paid. That CD was more productive than last year.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he's not doing the right thing. Perhaps he is. I'm just saying that I don't think I would do it that way. I mean, because if I'm still under contract, it's my duty to be there playing at the best of my ability. And is it way better to get that security and get that the future locked down? Well, absolutely it is. And I can't really necessarily, it's just, it's hard to, I mean, it's one thing if I want to be here, you want me here, I'm not under contract, I'm not showing up to practice until I'm under contract. Like, I'm not doing that for you. But when you're currently under contract, it's a weird thing for me. Maybe I should just find the little piece in my head that is not screwed in right and screw it in properly. And I know that they would screw me at any opportunity that they had. I know that. But it's still, to me, it's a, I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
Your loyalty is admirable and stupid.
It's what'll get you killed, which is probably true. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to, because you're holding out, you're under contract, you're holding out. And this is why I didn't like the NFL is because as a player, is because it's like, come on, guys, are we supposed to be a team here? Like, you're supposed to be with us. And I say all that still understanding like the position that everyone's in. So I'm not saying that he's doing the wrong thing. I'm just saying like I would have a hard time doing it myself. But if I was waiting for the type of money he's waiting for, maybe I wouldn't have a difficult time
I was about
doing
to
it.
say maybe your tune would change if you're
Yeah,
staring at a 125, $130 million contract.
yeah. I mean, that's definitely a factor.
Who do you have as your loser of the weekend?
The Olympics have been awesome. I've loved it. A wide range of sports that I've seen, I think were great. Um, I watched like some of the skateboard stuff and the BMX stuff, which whenever they entered that into the Olympics, I was like, that is not an Olympic sport. What are we doing? Still kind of believe that, but enjoyed watching it, thought it was awesome. Now, breakdancing, on the other hand, when they announced it, I thought it was stupid as hell. And when I watched it, I, can everyone agree now that this is ridiculous and it should never be an Olympic sport again?
I I'm gonna I'm gonna answer your question with the question.
Okay.
Are we sure we saw the best break dancers the world has to offer?
It does not matter.
It's hard for me to believe. What was it? I think the lady Australian, the one that was
Yes.
the every
And
clip.
frankly, I feel horrible for her because, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like worldwide. It's like
She
that's not
she
trending
was
in
my
Australia.
timeline. She was on like every tweet on my timeline for several hours. It felt like it was
And
just clips of her.
like all of the like, you know, these gummies aren't anything 15 minutes later, like all of those like different,
Yes.
I mean, there's like 100 of them and they're all hilarious. Oh man.
Oh, I
But
don't feel anything, bro. These aren't so.
I just I don't know, man. It's, I guess you could like, you could say the floor routine in gymnastics is like dancing, but I don't care. I It is a fight I'm willing to have forever that breakdancing should not be an Olympic sport. And it, whether or not you had the best in the world there, I know you didn't. We've all seen, you could go down any street corner anywhere in the country and see breakdancing a million times better than that. Our timelines are full of it. It's going to be very difficult to overcome, though, for the Olympic Committee to put it in again, right? because of that one. That may be the most shared clip of the entire Olympics.
It was everywhere. I I watched it, Ted. I watched it 30 times. I I was not blown away by the breakdancing either. However, could it be a situation with the United States hosting in 2028 where they're like, we're going to make breakdancing great for our Olympics? Do Americans care about breakdancing?
I don't
Is that a
know.
passionate topic? Is it a passionate topic in our beautiful country?
Apparently, people spend an unbelievable amount of time dancing, which I think is stupid. And like what I think is awesome about the Olympics is I it it pushes people into things that they may otherwise not ever do. I if you were really inspired by watching some of the track relays are awesome. Some of the races it are just come people like collapsing over the line. That to me is what sports is, and that's what you want to push people into. I don't want to push people into breakdancing. I'm sorry. Like if people want to go do that, fine, but I don't want to use the Olympic platform to push that. I think it's a massive waste of time. I'm sorry. When it comes to sports,
Your official stance is breakdancing has no place in the Olympics.
no place. I
Okay.
respect it. The people that I mean, we've all seen clips where they do amazing things, and that's fine. I want breakdancing to thrive somewhere other than the Olympics.
I
I once every 4 years. I'm sorry. I love track and field. I love the Olympic weightlifting. I love watching the swimming, the dive. I love watching that stuff. I don't want to spend any time watching breakdancing chipping into those other sports. I don't ever get to watch it any other time. I don't want to see that crap on my TV. I'm sorry.
I breakdancing feels like one of those disciplines where going and competing in the Olympics is in it is like not cool.
Oh yeah.
You like if
Uh,
you were a no at the I won't lie, I do not know any famous breakdancers currently,
mhm.
but I'm not on top of the I'm not plugged into that scene currently. But I can't imagine the best breakdancers in the United States or China or wherever. Like, you know what I want to do? Go compete in the Olympics. That will make people respect. Like, it
You're
feels like it's
right.
not like the other sports where it's like, hey, the best of the best go and do it because it's this huge thing for its sport. I don't, I could be wrong, but I don't feel
Well,
like that's the case
I
for
think you're
breakdancing.
right. You're right. And it should make you hate breakdancing even more because if finally, after all of this time, you've been spinning on a piece of cardboard out on the street, you get an opportunity to have a worldwide audience to maybe make some money, to get well known, to maybe do it. You go do it on the Good Morning America. You won a gold medal. Awesome. Here's so and so. You become a household name. You may actually make a living doing it. And if you've decided that it's not rebel enough or whatever it is, and you're not going to go do it because of that, well, then you're stupid. And it definitely shouldn't be an Olympic sport.
I love how you just blamed breakdancing, not knowing that maybe the best breakdancers in the world were in it, and we just
That's
have
true.
no idea.
That's true. And
Just
I'm
went
mad
at
that it took up my
breakdancing's
TV
neck for
time
no
and I
reason.
didn't watch any of it. It took up none of my Olympic time. But no. But there's softball wasn't in.
Will be next Olympics. What's up?
But make me the case where softball is not an Olympic sport, but breakdancing is. You can't do it. Or
Well, I mean,
wrestling.
I
They want
can.
to
I just
eliminate wrestling like the original Olympic sport. No.
Ted Lehman, anti breakdancing. Who knew? Now you know, people. All right, let's get to my winner and loser. But first, you've got,
Attention business owners, you need Insurica in your life. Insurica is one of the country's largest insurance brokers with 30 offices throughout Oklahoma, Texas, and the Southwest. They compare and contrast coverage offerings, and pricing from many insurance carriers in order to design a cost-effective, comprehensive program to meet your business's specific needs. If your business partners with Insurica, you'll save huge amounts of money and take back control of your total cost of risk. If your business wants to be best in class, connect with Insurica at insurica.com. That's INSURICA.com.
and head to opolisclothing.com for our podcast merchandise and the best OU gear out there. That's OPOLIS clothing.com and use promo code TED, TED, for 10% off. That's opolisclothing.com. Use promo code TED for 10% off. Buttery soft and 10% off. My winner of the weekend, Team USA. We invented the sport, and we are still the best at basketball, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That was the semifinal game, made me real uncomfortable. I thought Serbia had us.
Yeah.
I thought they had us, Ted. And then the final, a hell of an effort from France. Americans, we were just a better team. Steph Curry is that guy.
Oh my gosh, what a fourth quarter.
I mean, the fourth quarter of the semifinal, or the entire game in the semifinal, like he was the reason they won that game. What do you have, 36?
Crazy.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And this
36
was
and
coming
like
off
12 of it in the last 2 minutes or something. I don't know what it was. It was awesome.
and by his standards, he had not been good in the Olympics. I mean, there was a lot of conversations. When is Steph Curry going to be Steph Curry in these Olympics? And all he did was hit like 17 threes in the last two games. The fourth quarter, the last 3 minutes of the gold medal game, watching him pour those 4 threes in and being able to cheer for that and not feel like I was having my soul ripped out of my body by him. It was a fun feeling. I mean,
Yeah, it's
that
weird to watch him shoot the ball and actually want it to go in, right?
it was like I
It's a
wasn't
different
dreading
feeling.
it. I was like, oh, here it goes. Like I was screaming, happy screaming, not why, why, Steph. It was, and we had never experienced that. I had never experienced that before because it was his first Olympics. And it was wildly entertaining. It's so much damn fun to watch, man. I mean, he was incredible in those last two games. And that just barrage of threes to finish France off was, oh my gosh, man. That
They didn't go
was
down easy though. Like, give it up to France
no.
for hanging around. They were answering with some shots of their own.
That Wembanyama guy, it's gonna be pretty good.
He's good. He needs to stop passing the damn ball in the lane in traffic though. What's he doing?
I
Does he
don't know.
recognize how much taller he is than everyone else?
I
Just get the little baby hook.
just be more selfish, Victor.
Yeah. He's still like, oh. To see him stand next to like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, it's like, where is that alien from? It's crazy how tall he is.
Just a reminder, he's 20 years old.
Golly.
I mean, he's born in 2004.
Yeah, the same year LeBron went to the NBA.
Uh, Speaking of LeBron, Olympic MVP, no argument here.
Is that weird that there's like a MVP?
No, there's an MVP of like every tournament. Why is that? Why do you think that's weird?
What do you mean of every tournament?
Well, think of all the major basketball tournaments.
Yeah.
The NBA EuroLeague MVP for their tournament. I mean,
Okay. Does
March
soccer,
Madness.
Olympic soccer, do they have an MVP?
No idea. I don't watch Olympic soccer. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I
Okay.
know the women won. Way to go, ladies.
I just
Great
didn't
job.
know it's like a is that like specifically a basketball thing? And I know there is like in the NBA playoffs and all of that stuff. I don't know. I was just like, I I didn't know they gave away anything other than medals at the Olympics. I guess is what I'm saying.
Do you get anything for the MVP, or are you just named MVP?
I I don't. That's kind of my question.
LeBron James, he showed up to the women's gold medal game, which, by the way, what a basketball game. France gave us all we wanted. That got tight. The thing was
Mm-hmm.
tight late. I was a little uncomfortable, but good guys end up winning. I I feel like if there was an MVP trophy or something, you got like he would have worn it because he wore his gold medal to the game, to the women's gold medal game. So I wonder if there is there like an MVP medal, or you get nothing for it.
It doesn't go to the medal count
Yeah. So
unless
maybe
there's
you
a
get nothing for it. Maybe
gold,
you're just, hey,
silver, or bronze
congrats.
MVP winner.
Maybe you get a certificate.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
When I saw that, I was like, huh, interesting. I don't know if there's any other awards like that, but I know there was the conversation between how do you not give it to Curry, but I mean, if we're talking the whole tournament, it was LeBron.
I agree. Curry was incredible in the last two games.
It's kind of hard to
Durant was
ignore.
awesome.
Yep.
First American man to win 4 gold medals. One of maybe the best Olympics basketball player we've ever seen. Like he's an insane NBA player, and I feel like if he played international basketball, he would be even more dominant than he's been as an NBA player. He just I don't know, it just suits him, but in a weird way, I felt like going into the Olympics and looking at the roster, I kind of wonder, okay, there always feels like there's a big winner of the Olympic experience.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Devin Booker, man. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
It's like you could have asked, you could have surveyed 100 people and said, hey, is Devin Booker a better basketball player than Jason Tatum? And I don't think maybe you would have gotten a couple people that said, yeah, he is, but everyone said, no, Tatum is the man. And the Tatum situation got a little awkward, but Devin Booker
It did.
was fantastic. Was playing, was hitting shots, shot the three incredibly well, was playing great defense, just was flying around. I mean,
He's got
watching
the
him
most
play.
relatable game.
No, but watching him play the way that he did at the Olympics, I was like, damn, I think Devin Booker is better. I have a different opinion of Devin Booker now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
And maybe
I
I
get it.
shouldn't, but I do.
No, I get what you're saying.
I don't
He,
have a less of an opinion than Jason Tatum. Like the man just went and won a title. Like I that whole situation, it got weird, but I do have more respect for Devin Booker now. I don't know. It's just
what I think is interesting about him, and what I mean by relatable, like everyone else is like a one-off freak show. There's no one else that shoots like Steph Curry. There's no one else that has like LeBron's overall, like what he does physically. Kevin Durant, Embiid, they're all one-off freak shows. But Devin Booker's like a guy like that could be on every NBA team. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not to take away with how good he is. It's just he's not like a one of a kind like everyone else on the team feels like they are to some degree.
he's not just a physical alien.
Yes, I mean that's it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But it was great in the Olympics.
Good. Yeah, he's great.
I thought it was really great. 5 straight Olympic gold medals for the United States in men's basketball.
Can I say something? Or go ahead.
No, no, no. I've got one. I just have one more thought on the gold medal matchup with France, but I would like to
No,
hear
do
your
it
thought.
because my thing is a little bit of a spinoff.
Okay. Gershon Yabusele. Get that man some shoulder pads and a helmet. Guy look it thick. And he got drafted by the Celtics like years ago. But Yabusele, let's talk. American football, buddy. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see what
saw
he
him and
let's
I
see what
was
he
like,
got.
it
He
was
did
like you
dunk
just
on LeBron. Now LeBron was taking a charge. It is what it is. But it was I the entire game I was going tight end or defensive end, tight end or defensive end.
well, it's like whenever you look at him, you're like, well, it's clear they don't play football in France because that's where that guy would be right now.
But no kidding. What are we doing?
Which ties into what I was going to say. Watching the Dream Team, the original Dream Team clips that were coming up, like prepare yourself of that times like 1,000 whenever flag football is in the 2028 Olympics. We were going to have pros running circles around guys that have never played the sport before ever. But I mean, what, 32 years ago? And look how far international basketball has come since then. Even though I still think it's stupid that it's going to be an Olympic sport next year or next Olympics. I mean, what they're doing is probably going to like do the same thing that basketball has done, right? So I could see the vision.
Did you see Jalen Hurts was on the promo? He had like a
Yeah,
football
I
that
don't know
was
if I
on
ever.
fire and like threw it into the torch at the Coliseum.
Nice. I
I was
saw
just
people
confused because
talking
like
about it.
he's not an
I
LA
didn't see it.
guy. I was excited to see it, but I was just in my head. I was like, "Really interesting." You'd think they would have had like Stafford throw it, like an LA person,
Yeah,
but it was Hurts.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Prepare to have professional NFL football players absolutely torch the rest of the world that has never played this sport.
I
It's
can't
going
wait.
to be funny to watch.
It'd be awesome. Tyreek Hill said he wants to do it.
Oh yeah.
Could you
Well,
imagine?
here's what I was telling people is like, well, with the where the
Could you
Olympics are
imagine
and the
Tyreek Hill in Olympic Village? Oh boy, that's that is
I
a combustible situation.
hey, I guarantee like they will delay the start of the NFL if they have to. Like they want those guys to play in the Olympics to grow the sport. That
Yeah,
is going to be the NFL's got like a revenue crisis on their hands. It's hard to continue to grow unless they start growing internationally. So they'll do whatever they have to do to get their pros out there and get people watching it.
can't wait. Loser of the weekend. Ted, can I interest you in a gymnastics controversy?
Absolutely.
Jordan Chiles, my goodness. I mean, I cannot fathom how badly it would suck. Now she won the gold in the team competition. I understand that, right? She is a gold medalist, but there is a different feeling that comes with the individual competition stuff in any sport. And to win a bronze medal, only to have there's a bunch of acronyms. There's like IOC, there's like four other ones that this whole process goes through, but you you win a medal and then like 5 days later they tell you, hey, we're gonna need that back. I can't even imagine what that would feel like. In this process, it's not over because so for those of you that don't know what happened during the competition, the United States gymnastics coach protested or appealed that she should get an extra tenth of a point basically on the difficulty score. Wins that appeal, it ends up increasing her score and she ends up winning the bronze medal. That appeal was voided because, and they said it was voided because the appeal from the United States coach came 4 seconds too late. You've got a minute to let's put it in football terms. You've got a minute to challenge. And they said it came 4 seconds after that deadline. So the whole thing is wild, but now U.S. Gymnastics has submitted a letter to something called the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which I don't know what the hell that is, but they're involved in this with video evidence that the coach appealed within the time frame, not once, Ted, but twice at like 47 seconds and 55 seconds with video evidence. I don't know what's going to happen, but this thing is controversial to say the least.
Yeah, because originally they granted the appeal,
Correct.
and the other girl who thought she won
Oh, that was heartbreaking. I felt bad for her. The
had
Romanian
was like running around with the flag, and then
got her heart ripped
Jordan,
out.
yeah, Jordan Chiles got to go up there and stand on the podium. So it's interesting. And here's what I want to know. I've got questions. So the difficulty, the way I've always understood it, and this could be totally wrong, you submit to the judges what you are going to do in your routine. And if there's elements that you may add or you may take out, like did her coach, did they mess up and not give them the right routine?
I
Like, I
I'm
wonder
not
where
going to
that
pretend I know.
discrepancy.
I
Yeah.
didn't. It wasn't in any of the things that I read. Like that
Yeah.
scenario was not mentioned.
Because, like, but the first thing I think of is, like, how in the world could you go through all of that and spot instantly where the 10th should have been added unless you knew that, oh, we were supposed to add in this different element that she was going to do? That's the first thing that struck me.
I I just think you need to figure this out before handing out Olympic medals.
Let's delay the
I think it
uh
would be
the
good to
medal
have,
ceremony.
yeah, it would be good to have things finalized before you start dishing out life altering medals to people.
Yeah.
Because you just have to have a better process than this. You gotta get things right. I understand you got to do it quickly in the Olympic setting, but to give someone an Olympic medal and then a couple days later said, no, you know what? We're going to need it back is insane. And I
Well,
understand it's not the first time this has happened in gymnastics, but,
but you
and
also
maybe I
got to
just
add
feel
in the original stripping. It's been stripped twice.
it seems like they could have a better system.
Yeah.
It's
And I
already
guess,
confusing enough with the difficulty score and all that stuff. At least hand the medals to the right people. That's all I'm
well,
asking.
so she was the last to go, Jordan Chiles was. And I guess the last person to go only has a minute to appeal, where everyone else that's in the middle of the competition has 4 minutes. So it
What sense
stands
does
to
that
reason.
make?
Exactly. If anything comes of this, hopefully they at least change the rule to where everyone gets the same amount of time to appeal.
Is there any chance the Romanian and Jordan Chiles both just get a bronze medal?
Yes.
Does that feel like the most likely outcome here?
Yeah, because let's be honest. A week from now, you got the bronze. Does anyone really care about the story behind it? Well, actually, you guys split it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just deal out the hardware
Yeah.
because it's
We'll
worth
see.
money. Like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
different countries give out different amount of money. Like, not only is it like the the accomplishment, but there's financial gain there.
I don't think the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee want any part with of not giving her the money. That I don't know what she gets for winning a bronze medal, but
Right.
you
Dish
don't
it
want to
out.
you're paying that one out. But Jordan Chiles, because remember, didn't get to compete in the all around final because there's a limit of two people per country, which I think is so stupid. And then it looks like, as of now, that they're going to take her bronze medal away from her. I mean,
Mm,
just she's got the team gold medalist. No
yeah.
one's ever taken that one from her, but man, just kind of she's got to be very frustrated.
Frustrated. Yeah. Well, hopefully she gets it. Hopefully the new video that's out or whatever. Hopefully she gets the medal. Maybe they both deserve it. I don't know.
Just have a system to where you know the people that are getting the medals and you don't have to ask for them back. That's all I'm asking for.
Hey, if we need to delay the podium celebration, let's delay it. Okay, we can postpone that for a little bit of time.
Feels fair.